Hello, everyone, and welcome to Marvel-ous Movie Mondays with Kelsey and Dill. I'm back from vacation. We're back to our regularly scheduled programming. Happy December, Kels. It's been a while since we've talked, or at least on the
Happy
show.
December,
How you
Dill.
doing, Kels?
I'm doing good. Wow, we haven't done this in a little bit, and it's
Yeah,
an episode that we didn't even have to prep for because we're doing a ranking video. So it's
you
all
didn't have to
off
prep
the
for.
cuff.
I had to
No
go through
notes.
finding every single poster of the MCU and putting it together, but Kelsey didn't have to prep, so she's happy.
Well,
It's
I
okay.
prep for a lot of the episodes. It's a give and take here
No,
at
I know. I think we all sing.
MMM.
Um, I'm kidding.
Good
Yeah, my
reference. Good reference.
my laughter and smiles will be weird because my lips are so chapped. So if you see me laughing like this, ha 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 ha, that's why. Because if I go like
Do you
that,
have
ow, that hurts.
chapstick, Dill?
I do, but there's only so much I can put on before it stops working. But I'm
What's your
I'm trying.
chapstick?
What?
I'm a Burt's Bees girl.
I'm a
What's your
Carmex guy.
chapstick?
I'm a Carmex guy.
Okay, I
Mm.
understand.
Yeah.
I love
Anyway, before we
Burt's
get to our
Bees.
main topic, being our tier list of posters, which is a very fun topic that Kelsey suggested. Whoa, there goes a can. Um, what's your news, Kelsey? You have any news to share?
The assembled episode came out about Loki season 2, which
There
was
you
really
go.
fun to watch.
Any news to report
Um,
about?
Honestly, I just remember the most interesting tidbits that they talked about during it was like talking about the set design and how everything, obviously, it shows in the show how practical most of everything is, like OB's workshop in the TVA, and then when we meet him in on the timeline, like that like lab he was working out of, like those two I think were probably the most impressive sets that we saw
Mhm.
all of season 2, and it was just so great to really like delve into those and see them kind of up close and personal, like we can't during the actual series. um
Right.
and it was just like so cool, like the attention to detail that they put in, and all of that. And also, one of the other things that they talked a lot about was the time slipping effect, and how Tom Hiddleston had to try all these different ways to kind of
Mhm.
like create this, like, how his atoms are getting like pulled apart and then put back together again, this great like jumping glitchy thing that he has to do in the show. And it was just such a testament to how great he is as an actor, because he was able to give them so much different material to work with, that the visual effects team was able to create what he did and make it into what we saw in the show, which was the time slipping.
Hmm.
So it was just like it was really good to hear them shout out the obviously the set designers of the show, and also the
Right.
visual effects team, because as we've seen in the past years of the MCU, they've kind of been getting the short end of the stick. So I was
Yeah.
happy to hear that they
Mhm.
were, really giving them credit where credit is due.
Yeah. Credits due for sure because that is probably the best visual stuff we've seen since. Trying to think. Doctor Strange, first one? I don't know. Like in terms of just
Mm,
solid visual effects. I mean, Thanos is impressive too. The motion capture on Thanos with Josh
yeah,
Brolin, but like
yeah,
collective visual effects, I think since not since Doctor Strange have we been that wowed with just like the different world building with the visual effects. And like Guardians 3 was
right,
great, but that
right,
was more practical effects than CGI. So
right.
yeah. So there we go. Marvel assembled Loki. All right, let's get assembling to this poster tier list because I worked hard on getting all these posters together. Now, here's the thing: Kelsey pitched the idea of let's rank like movie
Yes.
posters in the MCU, but then I thought about it. I was like, some of my favorite posters of the MCU are not even like official posters; they're like teasers or whatever. And
Right.
I looked in every Marvel movie. Not the TV series. The TV series genuinely only have one poster, and like there's like thumbnails and different things like that. But like every
Hmm.
Marvel movie had at least one teaser poster, which is basically when you announce a project and you put out one initial poster to say this is the date it's coming out, and then the official theatrical poster, which is usually the one where you see every single cast member and all the names and all that. So we have one of each for each of the movies, and then we have
Yes.
one teaser, one official poster, and then one poster for the TV series. So we did it in a tier list. I didn't do any fancy names. I tried. Let's call this the Stan tier, the S tier, because Stan Lee.
Okay.
But everything else, A, B, C, D, E, and F. F being like pretty terrible poster. Stan being like, we stand this poster. This is one of the best posters we've ever seen. Now it's going to be a little hard to display this. I'm going to try my best to like zoom in on the posters when we talk about them, because they are so tiny there. But like as a visual aid, you all can search these posters obviously, and it's interesting because like you go on like Letterboxd and they have this feature now where if you're a pro Letterboxd Pro, you can like pick which poster you want to designate to the film when you review it, which is cool. But for the most part, like it's very interesting to see like on IMDb and other places what they decide as like the consensus poster. But I did look, and this is the official teaser and official post theatrical posters for each of these films and TV series. So do you want to just start at the top and go through, or do you want to like pick out posters as we go? How do you want to do this?
Dill, I think that we should just start at the beginning and talk about each one by one, and we'll start
Cool.
all the way back in
Yeah.
2008. I also want
Yeah.
to say that this concept came to me, and I think I texted Dill around like 1 a.m. while he was on vacation one night, because it was inspired by Cinema Joe on TikTok, who talks a lot about movie posters. And I never really even like, I'm a movie goer, obviously, but I've never even, I don't think like really looked at a movie poster and like had a strong opinion one way or the other. Like I pretty much can decide whether or not I'm going to see a movie regardless of whether or not I even see a poster for it. But he has a lot of thoughts and opinions on movie posters, and
Right.
especially the floating head movie poster that a
Well,
lot of the
yeah.
superhero movies
I
tend to
have I
do.
have a lot of thoughts on
So
the
I
floating
was
heads
like, you know
too.
what?
So
Why do I exactly, Dill? That's why I wanted to
yeah.
do this with you. I
Well,
thought that it would
and
be a great activity for us.
and I think especially for Marvel, like now that we've seen all these characters, like some of them aren't as impactful, but for a lot of people, like when the people thought about Marvel, it used to be X-Men, Spider-Man, and Fantastic Four. People didn't really know who Iron Man was or Thor. I mean, people knew who
Hmm.
Hulk was, but like Iron Man, Thor, the Guardians, Ant-Man, those are very obscure characters. Even Black Panther, to like the general public that don't read comics. So the poster was also, at least the teaser posters, I feel like were a great way to kind of just say, this is kind of a gist of the character and the tone of the movie. And then the official poster would be, and here are all the stars. And that's why I don't really love the floating heads, because it doesn't really give you any idea really for what the movie is. It just kind of gives you an idea of who's
Right.
in it. And for some cases,
Hmm.
it like totally doesn't work, but we'll talk about it in a sec. Let's start with Iron Man though here.
Yeah.
So the teaser poster is right here on the left. It looks like this is as far as I
Yeah.
can zoom in. So it literally just looks like half of an Iron Man helmet, and it says the date 528. It's very simple, very chic, very clean.
Hmm.
But again, if you don't know who Iron Man is, this is a very big gist. It's just like this iron robot face. That being said, in the year of 2008, where you have like the Dark Knight coming out and you have the Transformers movies on the rise, like I don't know if this is anything that would necessarily catch my attention. It's
Hmm.
not a bad poster, but it's I don't know about it. What do you think? And we'll talk about both of them at the same time. And then like the theatrical poster here is where
Right.
you get like all the faces. You get RDJ, you get Jeff Bridges, Terrence Howard.
Right.
Very just
Right.
kind of basic floating heads again. You get Gwyneth Paltrow kind of in a full body shot, and you get that like kind of blue background. But what are
Hmm.
your thoughts on these posters? Do you have one preference over the other? Where would you say these rank for you?
Dill, I was just looking at the picture that you sent me, this picture that we're looking on the computer together. And I was like, damn, like all the posters are a little bit better than the official posters.
I
I
I
feel like in
I
most
agree.
cases. Um in this one, I don't know, I feel pretty middle of the road for both of these. I think that
Mhm.
in comparison to all the other floaty head uh posters that we have coming down the line, I actually don't think that the official one for Iron Man is that bad, because it has at
Mhm.
least some dynamics to it where you're able to see RDJ and the Iron Man suit itself, and it's kind of
Mhm.
has this great like, shadow effect happening. um so I don't know. I think that these both are pretty average. I think I'm a little bit more compelled with the teaser poster of just the Iron Man mask, just because that one's a little bit more. I feel like I'm getting drawn in a little bit
Yeah.
more from that
Well, and
one.
also and also if you think about the context of the movie, right? It's like the whole big twist and what made it such an impactful film is that at the end he tells you who he is. And I think there's something cool
Right.
about the fact that the first poster we see is just a mask. We don't know who it is.
It's
And that's
right,
kind of like
right, right.
a foreshadowing, the opposite foreshadowing, where it's like, oh, here's this mask. But at the end of the film, you're going to see the character unmasked to the world. And that's going to be our big
Yeah.
twist. So I kind of like that. I would put probably the original, like, theatrical maybe in the C tier if we're saying it's like average. And then maybe this one
Yeah.
also in the C tier, but a little higher. I don't know. Or maybe this is D tier, the theatrical. What are you thinking?
How many categories do we have?
It's just
Okay,
A,
so
B,
then it's
C,
A,
D, E.
B.
I don't even like E. E is not an actual letter grade. I'm gonna get rid of E here. I'm getting rid of E.
Okay.
We're just gonna do A, B,
Yeah,
C,
fuck
D, F.
E.
And then Stan is
Okay,
like the
okay.
best of the best.
So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Yeah. So C is
Oh,
average.
okay.
C is average. A
Okay.
is like the best, and then F is the worst. And Stan is like probably like our top 5 all time.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so why don't we put the teaser trailer before Iron Man,
Poster.
but then put them both in C?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So let's do that
Did I say
for now.
trailer?
Yeah, it's okay. This
Okay,
is probably
sorry.
the one case scenario where I think the teaser is pretty awful, and it's just the Incredible Hulk. it's
Right,
it's literally
that's not
just like,
really
oh,
it's
this
just the
movie's
title of the
coming out.
movie in a black
Yeah. Are we putting
background.
this in F? F?
Um, yeah, let's go ahead and put that one in F. For the
Okay.
poster itself, I don't hate this.
I love this poster. I
I
not
think
love, but
it's
like I
kind
really
of
like
really
it.
interesting. I need to
Hmm.
put my brightness up. I feel like
Yeah,
I need to
because it's
put my
like
glasses on.
it's kind of like a sorry. This is as far as I can go zooming. I'm
No, no,
sorry.
no, it's okay. I don't wear glasses.
Actually, wait. I can probably. There we go. There we go.
Ooh, okay,
A little
that's
bit better.
better. I can
Yeah, it's
also
like
look
Edward
at it on my
Norton,
phone.
but I like the thing I like most about this poster is that they're back to back. You don't see the Hulk's face at the
Yeah,
back. It's almost like kind of like they are these two kind of
yeah.
contrarian forces. I really like that. I think it's actually like a really solid poster. I would say this is an A or B for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say B or A, Dill.
Let's go high B, and we can always change it later.
Okay, that
This is
sounds
gonna be a
good.
lot of like zooming in and zooming out. I apologize. All right, let's go a high B
No,
because we can
no
always
worries.
shuffle around later if we want. Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
This is actually interesting because I don't think the teaser and the official poster are that different. The teaser is just kind of the two of
Mm,
them. I'm trying to explain it for the podcast listeners who aren't watching, but like
right.
the back to back. It's weird that it's like War Machine back to back because it almost makes it look by the poster that they're the villains, like that War Machine's going to
Right.
be the
Like they're
villain,
gonna
the opposing force.
when
Yeah.
yeah.
The next one though, it's
Um
also not very special. We get the cool whiplash thing at the bottom, but again, it's just kind of floating heads on top of that. There's not really much to the composition there. We get Scarlett Johansson, but again, she's being objectified. I don't know.
yeah, I think that the official poster is pretty awful. I want to go ahead and put that one in either F or D.
Yeah,
Um
I feel like F though we got to reserve for like the worst. Like I
okay. Then do you want to
like
go
is it
D?
as bad as that Incredible Hulk one?
I don't know. There's something about it that I just really, really
All right,
hate.
we'll put it in F, but we'll put it above because I don't think it's gonna go below Incredible Hulk because at least we can see who's in the movie, right?
Right. And
And then what
for the
about the
teaser
teaser?
one with him back to back with Rhodey, I don't know. I think I'd put that. It's a cool concept if it actually like teased what happened in the movie when in reality like they only fight in that movie one time and then they're like over it. So, I don't
Yeah,
really get the
I think it's just a
duality here
mislead.
between him and Rhodey. I don't know. I'm feeling like D for this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking D too.
Or okay, great.
Cool. Thor. I actually really like this teaser. It's just it shows the regality of Thor. You know, the idea that he's
Yeah.
this god and he's this kind of like mythic being. And the official theatrical poster, it's not terrible. I don't like the kind of
Yeah.
columns in the back though. I don't like the just four faces. I don't know. Natalie
Sure.
Portman's face looks fake, and so does Idris Elba's. Like, I don't
Okay.
know, but I do like the superhero pose for Thor in the middle. So I don't know. You get the sense of like the hammer dropping in that poster, which I like too. Like the fact that he's on the
Yeah.
ground and it almost looks like he's coming up. I think this is one of the stronger theatrical posters, but I still don't think it's incredibly strong. But the teaser, I kind of like it. It's very clean and simple.
Yeah. Yes, the teaser is super cool. I like the lighting on his face. You see his like red cape and he of course he's holding the hammer. Like I think it's just very strong and just a great shot. And
Mhm,
gives you a great sense of like Thor's character, you know.
mhm.
Um I don't like the theatrical poster as much as I like Iron Man's,
Okay.
the first Iron Man. So I feel like I wanna put the theatrical one at C behind Iron Man.
Okay. And then the other one, like what, like a B or an A?
Uh, maybe the front of C because I don't know if I like it as much as I like the Incredible Hulk.
True. Yeah, it's a little too
You know what
simple.
I
I
mean?
agree. Let's get into Captain America: First Avenger now because this is one of my favorite teasers. I love this, where it just says "Avenge" and it's just him standing there with the
Yeah.
shield. It's a little misguiding because I think he's a little more heroic, and this kind of gives it the sense that it's a darker movie than it actually is. But I do really like the
Mhm.
image of him standing there, especially because he does look kind of smaller. He doesn't look at because it's kind of like that David Goliath thing at play. And then the actual
Right.
poster, I mean, again, the floating heads, the fire on the sides, it looks kind of ugly. It's almost too many
It's kinda
faces.
bad.
Yeah, but I do like the red skull in the back. I like that ominous kind of look in the presence, and
I
I
like
do
the
like the
Red
American
Skull.
flag.
Yes, the faint American flag. I wouldn't hate it if it was just, like, Peggy above him and Red Skull kinda in the background and you eliminated, like, everyone, like, to the sides of him. It wouldn't be bad, but, like, all those like, there was no need to include all of these faces in this poster, I feel.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards, like, putting it putting the theatrical poster, like, in D
D,
or,
yeah,
like, yeah.
I'm feeling D as well.
It's
Um, let's put that in D, and above Iron Man 2's teaser right now, or keep it below.
no, below because I like Iron
Oh,
Man's 2 teaser, then I like that
okay.
poster.
And what do we think
Unless you
about the teaser
disagree,
here?
though.
I mean, I do
I
slightly
like
disagree, but we can talk about it later.
okay, fine. I like the teaser. Uh, maybe me what do you think? What do
That
you
one for
think?
me is my favorite teaser so far, but I don't think it's as strong
Okay.
as the theatrical Hulk. So I would go probably like high C or low B.
Okay. Then let's
Sorry, I'm
go
I'm
let's do high
all over the
C.
place. All right,
No
let
worries.
me zoom in and then do that. There we go. You said high B.
High C.
Hold on, high C, high C. All right, good drink. All right, cool. So yeah, these are like all our average posters. They're solid. They're average. Hulk is the only one
Yeah.
right now above average, which is funny given the movies themselves. Now the
Right.
Avengers. This is a very interesting predicament because like this was the first trailer to show that the Avengers were coming, and I think at the time this is a really cool teaser because it's just like the A. It says assemble 2012. You know what's coming, but like that's it. It is literally a tease, and I kind of appreciate it. But
Mhm.
in the grand scheme of things, is the most eye catching no. Whereas the actual theatrical,
Right.
it's not as much floating heads as it is these characters in a space, which I appreciate. But it is a little busy in
Mhm.
the background. I almost wish there wasn't all
Mhm.
that stuff in the background, and it's a little weird the different directions they're looking. Like Iron Man's looking off to the right, Hulk's looking left, Hawkeye's looking left, Thor's looking right. Like it's a little inconsistent there, but it is cool to see them all
Mhm.
together. So I think these are like as average as they come. But I think at the time that A would have been a lot cooler than it is now.
Right. I mean, it's hard with the A because it sets up, our next 4 films that so when we
Right.
see this A, like, we know what's about to go down kinda thing, but it's like this one's so simple. I don't know, I'm feeling like I'm leaning towards, like, C tier with the A, like, maybe bottom C tier just because, like,
Right,
it
because
really
it's
is
average,
just
but
so
it is so
average.
average. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's put that at the
But
bottom of
it's
C.
not bad, it's just
No,
plain. So I
cool.
feel
And then
like
what about
maybe in
the
the middle.
theatrical? Do you think it's better or worse?
I don't know. I wish they were kinda, like, more working together a little bit better. Like, I think I don't know, I wish
It almost looks like
they
they're copied and pasted. They don't look like they're all together, though
right.
it does feel better than some floating heads.
It feels better than some floating heads, but at the end of the day, I don't know, maybe top of our top of our D tier?
You think it's
That's where
worse than
I'm
Thor?
leaning. Oh, no. Oh, wait, I forgot we had it. Oh, wait. Maybe bottom of oh, no. Maybe better than Thor. But I think
So
the
you
A is better than Thor too.
all right, so let's put that there and let's put the A there. Is that good?
Yeah.
So the A before the floating heads
Yeah.
there?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
I agree with that.
Iron Man 3. Very, very different posters here because the teaser is him looking at the suits and stuff. I think
Uh-huh.
that's a very, very cool teaser. With him standing in the middle, almost looking like he's standing on a little arc reactor. And then this one I really like because it's like this is very much almost feels like they're in the middle of a battle scene. Like it doesn't feel like the
Yeah.
floating heads, like they're connected and there's other characters on the sides, and you get these floating Iron Mans that kind of give you an idea of what that ending is going to be. There's a darker tone overall. It feels more epic and dark. You get the Mandarin in the back, which is also great if you
Yes.
don't know the twist because it's kind of teasing that he's the main villain, which adds to the twist. I think this is the best
Yeah.
theatrical poster we've seen so far, next to Incredible Hulk, and I'd even say it rivals it. But I'm
Yeah.
interested in hearing what you think.
Dill, I like the teaser a lot.
Mhm.
Um, because obviously, like, him and all his suits are such a big part of Iron Man 3, and I think it's just so different, and I feel like, obviously, once we get to Iron Man 3, like, you know, that's just, like, a really exciting shot, I feel like, if we were back in the year 2013 and we had
Right.
watched, like, the Avengers and the other 2 Iron Mans, like, it's probably really exciting to see him with, like, multiple suits, like, "Oh
Yeah.
gosh, this is he's getting really busy these days with all these suits."
So is that our
The
first A,
theatrical one
or is it still B?
could be
Want to put it high B for now?
high B.
Yeah. Do you like it more than the Incredible Hulk one?
No.
I was gonna say I don't either. So let's put it low B there for
Okay,
now.
great, low
All right,
B.
cool. And what about the
Okay.
theatrical?
So for theatrical one, I agree with you. I think it looks like it's really action packed, but it's not like too busy in a way where it just like feels like overcrowded.
Mhm.
Um I think that it's just like really strong and cool and makes me want to watch this movie. But I already love this movie. It is Christmas time. We could whoop out Iron Man 3 because it does
You want to
take
put it
place
on
during Christmas.
an A here or still keep it a B? I
Um,
feel like the teaser better.
why don't do I like the teaser better?
Put them next to each
Do
other. Which
you
one do you
like
like
the
better?
teaser?
I like the theatrical better. I like this theatrical poster a lot.
I like the theatrical poster, but I don't know if I like it more the Incredible Hulk. So maybe we
So you
should
like
put
it
it
better than the
before the
teaser though.
teaser.
So we want it like that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I like that too. All right, cool. Thor the Dark World. Theatrical poster shit. I'm just gonna say it right now. I
Yeah,
think
I don't like the theatrical
it's just so
poster.
busy, and where Loki's just kind of a little speck back there. Yeah, there's so many things going on here, so many characters, and just
Malekith
looks
is
like a
way back
muddled
there.
mess. Yeah.
It's very
Whereas this one
gray, it's
though,
very muted.
this one's kind of cool though because you get the lightning. I actually think this is a pretty
Yeah.
epic Thor shot. It's really funny that this terrible movie has a cool poster like this, but then this poster is just absolutely terrible. I'm willing to put this in the F tier, probably below Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I can definitely get behind that, putting the theatrical poster there.
And then what about the
Um,
teaser?
the teaser, I don't know, this one's not doing much for me either.
Okay.
Um, just
So you're
because
thinking like,
like
hmm. So it's not on the C tier. It's not an average. You think it's below average.
no, I think it's below. I think
So D.
no, I think it's no, I disagree. Now that I'm looking at the Avengers and the Thor poster again, I think I'm leaning towards putting it right under the Iron Man poster.
Okay. So it's about average right there.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at a Winter Soldier. This is a very interesting one because we're just getting the shield with some like scratch marks on it, and it's like kind of
I
chipped
like
away.
it.
It's silver. I do too, but yeah, I like it too. I don't know though. It's almost a little too plain for me, but I like it.
Mm, I
Whereas
don't
the
know.
the
I think
post main
it's
poster here again, it feels I feel like it just doesn't give a good sum of the movie because Bucky's all the way back here, and it's so
mhm.
muddled and
Mhm.
gray. Like I just feel like it's just not an inviting poster at all.
Right. This is the shot that comes up every time you like go to watch it on Disney Plus. Like this is the shot that it like sits
Mhm.
at on like the loading screen. And just something about, like, I feel like they did Scarlett Johansson so dirty because it looks like she's like, "Okay, just
Take a
give me 1
shit.
second, then I'll be ready
Mm.
to, like, get my picture taken," and they took it right in the middle of her being like, "Okay, just 1 sec," and and she doesn't, and it just, like, looks like they captured her at the wrong time, like, she's
Even Cap
ha
doesn't look
not
like he's in like a fighting stance right now. He just kind of looks like he's just walking down the street.
he's just, like, walking, yeah.
So are we putting that in F
So
two?
do So do we Oh, I don't know if it's F. Let me see what we got going on in D. I think I like this better than the first. Oh, I like the Winter Soldier poster way better than Iron Man 2 and Captain America the First Avenger. So should we put it
Put
at
it
the
right there.
highest D?
I like
And
that.
then what about the teaser, Dill?
I'm thinking like low to mid C, but like if you think it's a little bit better than
Okay,
that, because I just don't think it's enough.
sure. Honestly, but I do you like this better or worse than the A for Avengers?
I think nowadays, looking at the other A's, I like this better than the A we have now.
Okay, so do you
Because
wanna
we're
put
about
it
to
right
talk.
above the A?
I'd put it above the Iron Man face.
Okay, I would
You
too.
want to put it right there? Oh wait, right
Yeah.
there. That feels right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got a lot of average, but
I
let's
think
go to
I think
Guardians
we're
now.
doing a really good job. I'm
We're
not
doing a
gonna
really good job.
lie.
Guardians,
Okay.
these are actually kind of similar. I mean, this one's more of them just
Yeah.
kind of like lounge, like sitting around, kind of. There's just such a
Yeah.
coolness to the fact that it's just these characters just chilling about. This one is them in a
Mhm.
little bit more action, but they're kind of just both. I think just pretty average posters. Like I don't have really have a
Right.
problem with either of them. Um,
I don't love the teaser. I think that it's a little lackluster for me. I wish that
mhm.
maybe they were more like they were honestly just like closer together. I feel like the gap in the middle is like kind of weird for me. Like I can't really
Yeah,
tell
I
like
also don't really
what's
love the just like the text up here. It almost looks a little too formal. Maybe that's a whole
sure.
joke from the studio that brought
What
you
does it
Iron
say?
Man, Thor, Captain America, and the
Oh,
Avengers, but it's in like this really regal
I
font and it
see.
says 8/1/14. You're welcome. The you're welcome's fine.
Yeah. I love the colors though, like, I love how it's like like purple
Right.
and, like, turquoise, like a teal going on because you don't really like it's they're colorful movies. They don't do
Mm.
the gray thing that most of the superhero movies do.
All right. So do we want to put in
But
like a
I
C?
but it's yeah, but I feel like I'm going, like,
We're
I
going
don't
really
know,
hard
what
on this
else
C.
are we gonna run out of room? Is there a
No,
limit?
no, it'll keep no, but it's just like that's a lot of just average posters. I mean, I think it's just average poster though. Like I think both of them are kind of average. I don't think any of them are above average or below average. I think they're just fine.
Yeah.
So you want to put them both
I
in
think
C
I
or
yeah.
but where?
Okay, so I'm thinking, Dill. So the
I know, but it's
teaser
podcast. We gotta fill the air.
I know, I know.
Talk your
Okay,
thoughts
so
out
the
loud.
teaser, I'm thinking I like better than everything except Iron Man. Or do
What
you
do you mean?
or like I think that we should put it before Thor and the Avengers, the teaser poster.
Like right here or like
No,
right
no,
here?
no. The in the back.
There?
Uh
I like it
no.
better than Iron Man. I thought. No,
You
or you
like
like
it
it
better
worse?
than Iron Man?
Yeah, because it's still
I
kind
don't
of
like
cool. It's like these are the badass heroes. I don't know.
Okay, 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 then we can get better than Iron Man, that's fine.
I'm fine with that.
But I think I like the theatrical poster better than the teaser,
Me too. I
because
did too.
it's very, like, lively and actiony,
It
and I like how, like, the gun is, like, actually firing out of, p the laser blaster, whatever what are they
Yeah,
called?
I
The
mean, I kind of like it. It kind of gives off a more of like a Star Wars vibe too. It almost feels like a sci-fi poster.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd be fine
and
putting it high C tier. I mean, I still really like this Captain America and Thor
yeah,
poster because I think it's like really cool. I just think they're really
yeah,
cool. I'd put them at below Thor, maybe. Is that okay? Or do you want to go higher?
yeah. No, No, I like where we have it.
Okay, cool. All right, so the next we got our second A here. It's the Ultron A, which
Yeah.
I think is just a cooler A, but
Yeah.
it's just the A. You know, like I kind of like how the A's play off one another. It's almost tough because it's like the A's feel like they belong in their own little tier. You know,
Mhm.
like I feel like it's hard to rank
Honestly,
this A compared to this A because at the time this A was really cool, but now looking at the two, this A is much cooler.
I disagree. I don't like this A as much as the original A
Okay,
because
why?
I don't know. I don't know because I think that you don't really know what's like going on with this A. I don't know. I think I just like don't really like the design of it
Okay,
and maybe
so we'll
like
put it. You want to put it in? I don't think it's an F though. Like I think it still teases a cool.
no,
Like
I think
I'd still see that and be like, "Ooh, we got another
the
Avengers team. There's
lowest
something red going on."
the lowest I put it would probably be D. Probably the highest in D. Definitely the
Okay.
highest.
And what about the theatrical here? I mean, it's very much
Bad.
more like
Bad.
you don't. Okay, you
Hate
don't
it.
like it. Okay, there's a lot of things.
No.
The only thing I'll give it though is that they are
Go
together.
ahead.
Like that was the problem we had
They
with
are
with
they are
this
together,
this
but
poster was that they were all separate, whereas here at least they're
mm,
fighting as a team.
yeah. I don't know. I guess I just don't like how yeah, I guess
It is very
I don't
cluttered
know,
though.
it's very cluttered. It feels like they're trying to fit to get too much together.
I don't think it's an
I
F
don't
though. I think it's like a D. I don't know. Do you think it's an F?
hmm. Do you like this one better or worse than the original Avengers poster?
I still like the original Avengers poster better because this one's a little too messy. But I like the fact that
Yeah.
they're all together as a team here.
And Natasha is so small. And that's
Right,
what
and
I
so
hate
is
about this
I mean the
poster.
twins over here too, and Nick Fury. Yeah, it is a little messy. I'd go D though. I don't think it's an F. I don't think it's a failure of a
I
poster.
don't think it's I don't think it's an F.
So you want to go here,
Uh
or do you think it's
yeah,
better
that
than the A?
honestly no, I think the A is better than
Cool.
that mess.
All right.
I think that feels right where we put it.
So
The Ant-Man one makes me laugh every time.
the Ant-Man one, I will say right now, is probably the most creative poster ever made. Like this is such a good poster because it uses the negative space so well. Like I don't know if you can see, there's an ant right there.
Yeah, I know. I
Like
see
I
it.
think
That's why
this is
it's
the
funny to me.
I think this might be my favorite Marvel poster. Like this is such a good poster.
Are we standing this poster now?
I stand this poster. Yeah.
You know
Right?
what? I stand it too.
It's just a perfect
'Cause
poster. Like there's nothing it needs more. Like
right.
you don't need anything more than that. And that's why I hate this one because why is Ant-Man bigger than
Oh,
everyone else?
I hate this poster, Dill. I'm so glad you hate it too. The floating heads are bad. The coloring is bad.
The Golden Gate
I
Bridge is gray. Like that.
I don't think the
Can we
Golden
put it
Gate Bridge
below?
is actually
Do you
gold.
do you hate it as much as you hate just the text Incredible Hulk?
I hate it I hate it. I think we
Boom.
should definitely put it in F.
There it goes. All right. Civil War. I like the theatrical here a lot more
Yes, I
because
agree.
it's clean. It's clean. All the characters. You see the sides. The only question I have
Yes.
though, Kelson, you got to refresh my memory. Are they on the right side?
Yeah. Yeah, because Nat, Rhodey, Vision, and Black Panther are all on Tony's team.
Okay.
And then it's Hawkeye, Wanda,
Bucky.
Bucky, and Sam.
Okay. So
Yeah, the
I
only person
think.
who's missing is Spider-Man, but that's a reveal.
Oh, I think we
Wait,
lost you.
you've no, we lost you. I'm still here.
No, you were gone for a while, but you're back. All
Wait, I
right. Do
was?
yeah, it was you. Trust me. If not, then I'm gonna look really stupid when we watch this back. But yeah, I think
Okay.
this one's good, except the only problem is it kind of spoils which sides everyone's gonna end up on. But you kind of know, you know. And I
I
wish
guess
they put.
I feel like but before you go into this movie and you know that Cap and Tony are gonna get into a fight, I think you can guess. I feel like the only like wild card would probably be Natasha, but I feel like you can guess like who would end up like
Yeah.
obviously Sam and Bucky are gonna be on Cap's side, obviously Rhodey's gonna be on Tony's side. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like
I
it that
also
doesn't
wish
bother
they
me as much.
I also wish they kind of did more parallels. Like I wish their right hand man and Rhodey and Falcon were across from one another. I wish Wanda and Vision were
Mm,
across from one another. Hawkeye not being across from Nat feels a little weird. Like I feel like they could have done a different
okay,
arrangement of them, but I still like the
sure.
concept of the Avengers
I
divided and
like
them staring into each other.
Yeah, they were able to do a floating head in a different font, it feels like. Like, they were able to
Yeah,
include all of the major stars that they have and not do it in, like, a foolish, silly floating head way. So that's why I
yeah,
really
I agree.
appreciate this poster.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
feeling like BA for theatrical,
I'm thinking high.
or do we s
It's not better than Hulk. I don't think though.
it's not better
Is
than
it?
Hulk? I think
I
it's
don't
better
think
than
so.
Iron Man 3.
Okay, yeah, let's put it there then. And now this one
Okay.
I want to talk about because it's like I think if we had
Yeah.
seen just this and didn't see the theatrical, we would have been like, oh, this is so cool. They're gonna fight. But at the same time, after seeing the theatrical and looking at this, I just don't like the design of the black and white with the star. It looks like a weird
Mhm.
Photoshop job. I don't know. I don't love this
Yeah.
poster.
There's a lot going on, and you're right, it's not as strong as the theatrical release. So, do you
Yeah,
wanna
but
put this one in, like, I'm feeling like D?
I still think I would have gotten a lot more excited about it though at the time, where like kind of like the A with Avengers. I think at the time it
Mm.
would have been a lot cooler. But I agree. I don't like it now.
So
So let's put it at the top of D.
s
That work?
okay. Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
All right. Doctor Strange. Two very different posters, but I think two very good posters here. Because like this one
Yeah.
just kind of
These
gives you a
posters are
gist of the
cool.
kind of mysticness of it, the
Mhm,
mysteriousness,
mhm.
whereas this one kind of gives you the trippiness vibe. And I really like that.
Right.
I like them both a
Like,
lot. I
the
think these
theat
are like above average, both of these.
Yes, I agree, I agree, I agree. So, do you wanna do, um I mean, the teaser poster is definitely, more simple than the theatrical one. It doesn't necessarily get me as excited for the movie as the theatrical poster does, so I definitely think that we should put that one lower.
Okay, so you want to put this
What do
one
you
like just
think?
average at C somewhere? Where do you think
Um,
it would go then?
yeah.
Like right there, maybe? Or higher?
You like it better than Cap's shield?
I do.
Okay. You
But I
like it
mean, you
better than
weigh in.
Guardians or worse than Guardians?
Nah, I think that
Yeah,
works.
I think that's good. That feels good to me, putting it
And what
between
about the
Guardians
theatrical?
and
You want to put that at
Cap
B?
Shield. Yeah, I think that should be up there with B.
Where does it go though in B? Do you like it better than
I
Iron Man 3?
I think I like it better than Iron Man 3. I'm not
Do
gonna
you like it
lie.
better than Civil War?
Uh uh no, I don't
Me
like it
neither.
better than Civil War. But I like it
All
because
right.
it kind of gives you that it kind of teases what the visual effects are going to be like, which is why I
Right.
like that poster a lot. Dill
Guardians
I
3 or 2? Sorry.
too.
I
Skipped
love
a couple
this
movies
teaser.
there.
I love the
Love
teaser.
the teaser poster. I
Okay,
think that
good.
that is, like, easily, like, lowest B for sure.
Yeah, and I love the little Groot at the bottom. You don't even notice him. He's right there.
Oh, yeah, 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 I see him.
Like everyone's
I
here,
see him
even
hanging out
Nebula,
down
and you
there.
can kind of yeah, like just everyone's just hanging out. It's so badass, but kind of funny too, because it's like I love
Yes.
the obviously in the middle. I think this is at least an A, if
I
not
can
an
get
A
behind that.
stan.
I like this poster a lot.
All right, cool. Let's put this at A. We could put it up higher. I love that. And what do you think of the theatrical? I
Yeah.
think it's fine. It's very colorful. It's a little
Yeah,
busy,
very
but I like it.
color yeah, it's definitely got a lot going on. The only thing that gets me is that I don't love the pose that Peter Quill is in. It feels kinda like like he's striking a dance move, and
Isn't
I
that the
don't get
point?
why.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
get why?
he dances in Guardians 1. I don't think he does much dancing in Guardians 2. Is Ego anywhere in there? I don't see Ego.
Um, let's zoom in more.
I
Oh,
guess I don't need Ego in the poster.
um, I don't think so. Yeah, the thing is, it's a poster, so like, I don't know if you
You
necessarily even need you know, like I think the dancing is funny. Like I think that kind of adds some
Mm,
personality to it. But
okay. Do you think that this one's average, below average, above average? What
I
do you
think it's
think,
more
Dill?
fun than the original Guardians poster. But I don't think it's like a B. I don't think it's
Uh-huh.
up on that tier. I mean, I'd be willing
Mm.
to literally just put it right next to it.
Okay.
Do you like
I
that, or
can
do
get
you want it
behind
to be
that.
lower?
No, I can get behind where it is.
Okay, cool. Okay.
What's up?
This theatrical poster is the worst poster I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
It is
It's
awful. I
not
mean, look at let me zoom in even more. I mean, first off, I don't even know. Like I the
Robert Downey
fire
Jr. looks
effects,
so silly on
Robert
this
Downey Jr.
poster.
looks fake. Those are fake eye. The fire, and then like the vultures
Yeah.
here, and then you've got like this weird purple, and there's a little guy right here you can't even see. Marissa Tomei is just like
Yeah.
floating over here. Happy is in a full body
Uh-huh.
pose.
Yeah.
Zendaya's in it, but she's not even the main love interest of the movie. Liz isn't even on here.
Right, right.
I think
You're
that's the
so
worst
right,
poster I've
Dill.
ever seen.
Okay, so bottom of the barrel F. Worse than Ant-Man, worse than
Hold on,
Iron Man.
wait, what happened?
I mean, not Iron Man, the Hulk.
Wait, what just happened? Did we lose everything?
No, I still see everything.
No, I think we lost everything. Holy shit.
Wait, what just happened?
I accidentally went back an arrow and it lost literally everything. It lost all the new posters, so we got to put them back in. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
I need to put all the new posters back in. Do you remember where they all were?
I could definitely try. Well,
All right.
definition of the new posters, like the
The teaser,
teasers.
sorry, the ones that aren't theatrical. Sorry, yeah, the teasers.
Okay. So Ant-Man teaser was the best.
Hold on. What I was gonna do before we got interrupted was do this. Hold on. Um,
You're adding a row just so you can put
that's what I want to
this.
do. Because it is that bad. And while
It
we go,
gets
yeah,
its own row.
it gets its own row. So these are going to be out of order now because it's all shuffled and shit. But so we did the
Oh, that's okay.
Guardians 2 was all the way up at A, right?
A.
Okay. We stand the Ant-Man, right?
We stand the Ant-Man.
All right, so Ant-Man's going to be all the way up here. Bear with me, I'm sorry. This is a good refresher, like, oh, in case you forgot what we just did the last 30 minutes. Okay. We've
Here's what you
done
missed on Glee.
Iron Man was
Iron
a
Man was
C,
average.
and I think it was below those, right? That feels right.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
we had the Captain America Winter Soldier shield was above that. I remember
Above
that.
Iron Man.
Thor was above the
Above.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 was a B. I remember that.
Uh-huh.
Both of them were B, but this one was lower than that one, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And then we have the Iron Man 2, which we didn't like. That was a D tier, which is right. But it was above. Was it above Winter Soldier? Yes. That was what it was. And then this was above that, the A. This is a
Yeah.
good test of memory here. Guardians
Are you
here
sure we didn't
was.
have Winter Soldier above Iron Man 2?
I don't think so. But do you want to put it there? Actually, that does look right. You're right.
Okay.
Anything else I'm missing? This atrocious piece of shit, but it's still above Ant-Man.
This
Um, Civil War. Where was Civil
Spider-Man.
War again? Civil War was top of
D.
D, right?
It was
Or
in
right
D.
there. It was D. That was where it was.
Yeah.
And then Thor: The Dark World
Was in
was
C.
right there.
Yeah, it was above. Yes.
And then this one we need to put at the top of C. And then is that it? Oh, we need the A. Freaking
And the
A.
A.
This A is kind of just like smack dab in the middle average, right? Is that right? Does that look like what our C tier was?
Did we? Yeah.
Cool. Let me
Yeah.
widen this out
We
again.
can adjust it at the end.
Okay. And
Oh
that's
wow,
all
we
of
have a
them,
lot
right?
of posters we have to go through.
Okay. So next is Thor Ragnarok. I'll put it at the top when we're about to talk about it.
Wait, but
So,
we didn't rank the teaser trailer of Spider-Man Homecoming, which is much
well,
better.
we're not doing trailers, but with the teaser poster.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
No,
when
it's
you
okay.
say the word teaser,
I
the
know.
natural word to follow
All
it
right,
is
we're caught up
trailer.
now. So that was your little recap. We're caught up now. I like this teaser a lot. I think it's fun. It encompasses what the character is in this movie. It doesn't try to be all about Iron Man, but you do see the Avengers Tower in the background. I think this is like a solid A or B.
I agree. I like this one a lot. I think it's up with our Guardians 2 poster,
I
but I
agree.
think I like
I don't think it's
Guardians
as
2
strong.
better.
You do like
Yeah,
Guardians
yeah,
2 better,
yeah.
right? Okay, cool.
No, no.
All
Yes,
right,
I do. I do.
cool. All right, so next is Thor
Okay,
Ragnarok.
don't like
What do
it.
you think of these? Either of them?
I don't no. I don't mind the theatrical one just because there's a lot of like there's definitely some great color happening. There's some really great
I
there's
like the
different like
symmetry.
shapes. Yes, the symmetry. Um I
So, do
think
we like
that
it in the C tier or is it higher?
I like it better than everything except the Guardians teaser poster.
Like there?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you
Okay.
think, Dill?
I like that too. I
Uh
would have put it a little higher, but
okay. Where do you want to put it?
I still think it's better than just the plain shield and plain Iron Man, but not as
Okay,
good as
okay,
these two
okay.
Guardians. But do you want to put it
Okay.
like somewhere in the middle, like there, or
No, I want to put it where you had it, right below Guardians.
okay, below
That feels
Guardians,
good. No, no, no. The
below that
Guardians
Guardians. Okay,
theatrical.
cool, cool.
Yes.
Okay, and then the teaser, I don't love it either. All it shows you is that Thor has short hair. It doesn't give
It's
you a sense that it's going to be any funnier or any different. The colors, I don't
yeah,
mind the
it's
green, but it doesn't give a
kind
ton.
of
I would say
boring.
D though. Like I think it's better than that.
D.
I don't think it's a failure.
Okay.
Where do you
Um
put it though?
bottom of no, I like it better than Age of Ult. I like it better than everything except the A. So I would put it right after the A, right between the A and Winter Soldier.
All right, cool. All right, Black
Okay.
Panther. This is the teaser here. So the teaser is him sitting in his throne. I think that's an epic
Mm.
teaser. It's perfect to show exactly what type of movie it's going to be. It's regal,
Mhm.
it's royal. He's amazing. I think this is an A or B poster.
His body doesn't look really proportional though to me.
What do you mean?
Like doesn't his head look like extra tiny or is that just me?
Um, a little bit. So you think it's
maybe
like
I'm
a
maybe
high C maybe?
um
I think it's a beautiful poster, but I see what you mean. Like I don't really like the theatrical
yeah.
very much. I think it's just a floating heads.
Yeah,
It
right.
doesn't give a sense that this is anything exceptional. It just gives a sense that it's just like another Marvel movie.
Right.
Like I think this is like a
I
D poster.
yeah. I think I like the teaser definitely better than the
All
theatrical.
right, so we're gonna put
So
this on
do you want
D. Do we like it more than Age of Ultron?
yes.
Okay.
I
Do you
like
like? I don't like it better
honestly
than first because first Avenger at least the villain in the back I like and the American flag, but I
okay,
really
then that's good.
but the
We can
teaser
keep that there.
you want to put it up in C, maybe higher in B. Where do you want it?
I don't know, Jill, where do you want it?
I don't know if it's as strong as these ones, but I still think it's better than all the average ones.
Okay, so let's put it at the top of C then.
Top of C. Okay. Do you like it better than the first Avenger here with Cap and the shield?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All
No.
right, cool.
I know.
No.
I don't.
What about Thor? I kind of like the lighting on the Thor one better.
I don't know. I think I like Thor better too. All right. We'll leave it there.
That seems good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, next, actually this is a little out of order because it should be there you go. But Avengers Infinity War is up next, and this is the poster for it. The A, this is the most boring A, I think. It just
Hmm.
says Infinity
Yeah.
May 4th. This almost I don't know. This doesn't give me any sense that this is going to be anything different. Whereas at
Any
least the A
more
here
exciting
showed like
is
this
a
is
little
feels like an
different.
Ultron A. If you gave me this A, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you what movie it was. You know,
Right, right, right.
so I'd put it like right
Did
there.
you want in failure? Failure?
Okay, maybe like low D.
Okay, yeah.
Do you like it better than
That
yeah
feels
like yeah?
no, that
And,
that feels
and what do you think of the actual poster then? With Thanos in the middle, there's so much going on, but I feel like it's
there's a
cleaner
lot
than a lot
going
of other
on.
floating heads.
Yes,
You
it's
know?
definitely cleaner. I think they're kind of it reminds me a lot of the Thor Ragnarok poster, and I think it's a little bit more successful than the Ragnarok poster just because
Yeah.
something about the coloring with this one, I feel like I can see all the individual characters a little bit better. And, Infinity War's tough because it's all of them. You have to
Right. And
include as many as
for
you
being
can.
all of them, they really did a good job because you get Thanos at the center because it is his movie, but then you get Iron Man because he's the
Mhm.
hero of the Avengers. You get the blaring heart, but then right in here is Cap and Thor, and Natasha right in the middle, the biggest we've seen her. And then we also
Mhm.
get like all the awesome women right here below her. Then you get Hulk in an
Uh-huh.
action pose, Spider Man in an action pose, Rocket here in an action pose, Drax in an action pose. You get Wanda and Doctor Strange doing the magic up here. It just feels very well symmetrical. Like I think this is a
Yeah.
very successful floating heads poster, more successful than most. So I definitely like it better than Ragnarok. Is it better than the Guardians ones?
Um no.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it right there.
I don't think so.
All right, Captain Marvel. I think this teaser is one of the weaker ones. Because for a character as
Yeah.
like big and awesome as Captain Marvel, the fact that she's standing right here in these giant doors, she looks small next to them. I guess that's a way of like kind of showing a motif of the themes of the film. But like to show your
Right.
hero as such a tiny figure, it's almost like the opposite of Ant Man, where Ant Man's too big here. I feel like she's too small here. Like I don't think that's a good poster at all. Whereas this one I really like. She's in her glory. She's it's
Mhm.
clean. It's got good lighting, colors. But I still think
Mhm.
none of them are above average. But I think they're that one's solid. I don't like this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the teaser, I'm feeling like I don't know, D.
Yeah. And where in the D would you put it? Don't laugh.
um I'm laughing.
Right there. You want to keep it at the bottom?
Mm, yeah.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
where
that
does she
feels right.
go? The better one. That's definitely in C. Where in C? I feel like it's more eye catching than like the A, right? Or
I
do you
don't
put it
I
more along
don't
the lines of like Dark World?
I honestly I feel like I want to keep it there. I don't love it
Okay.
as much as you do, Jill,
Okay.
unfortunately.
No, well, I mean, I even like the Thor poster more than you do. Do you want to kind of put that there then, or do you think it's better than Thor?
I think it's better than Thor.
Right. Do
I
you think
think
it's better
that's
than the
good.
Avengers? Okay, right there. Cool. All right, Ant Man and the Wasp. I mean, it's hard because this is basically just another play on it, but with two.
Yeah,
It's a
this is
funny
the
gag,
same
but I think
thing.
it's the same thing. I still think the idea of that poster though is so good that I would still put it in like a B. But like,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's
do you want to go B or A?
I don't think it's an A though because
I
it's
feel
like the
like
same joke again,
yeah, you're right.
but it's a
B.
great
And I
joke.
think right at the bottom of B is feels right.
Cool. And then what about this theatrical? I actually don't mind this one. I think it's a little cleaner than most. It's a floating heads, but at least it's got kind of this like paint stripe to keep it in line. Like it doesn't. I don't hate this one as much.
Yeah. I don't hate this one as much either, and I think that it's very cool that like they have it kind of like like they have all the characters going running diagonally and then they have the title running diagonally. So it
Yeah.
almost feels like it's like in motion a little bit.
Mhm.
Which I really like. I'm feeling like C somewhere in the
Me
middle of the
too.
road, maybe.
All right. So where in C does
Um,
it go now? Do we think it's as high as like our average right now is the A? Do we think it's like higher than the A? Below the A?
I think it's higher than the A. I think I want to put it maybe above Iron Man and Cap. Um, do you like this one better or worse than Thor Ragnarok?
I
I honestly feel like where it is right
I think it's
now is
good.
exactly where it should be.
Cool. And then the
Okay, great.
next A we have, I actually think this is the best of the A's. It's the fading away.
Yes, I've been
I
waiting
think
to
that's so
talk
cool.
about this A. The
You love this A?
crumbling, the disintegrating, the dusting A for Endgame. Yes.
Should A go in A?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yes,
I
it
love this
should.
poster because it's exactly what you need for a teaser to set it up. Now, is it better than
Uh-huh.
Guardians 2 or Spider-Man?
I think I don't know. I'm feeling like no.
No.
What do
Okay.
you think, Dill?
I agree. I just didn't want to say it in case you thought it was like the
Okay.
best one.
Okay, okay,
And
okay,
the
okay.
Endgame poster, it's less busy than Infinity War. I kind of like the colors. I think it does a good job spotlighting our original Avengers.
Mhm.
The only thing is that it's Bruce Banner, and we never see him as Bruce Banner in that movie, really, right?
Right.
Or no, we do at the beginning, with the very beginning.
Well,
But okay, yeah, I guess they couldn't spoil it. Thanos is kind of an afterthought in the back. I don't know. I think it's solid. What do you think?
uh excuse me. I definitely don't like it as much as Infinity War. I think that it
Okay.
could I don't know. What do we have
So
going on in D?
you think it's a D poster? I think it's more successful than a D poster though, because it's floating heads, but at least there's like some sort of artistic merit to it. Like when I look at like the Black Panther floating heads or like the Iron Man 2, like I think this is better than those.
Yeah. I'm inclined to say I like it better than all the posters up until the Guardians of the Galaxy teaser poster.
I'm fine with that.
Okay,
Do you like
great.
it
Then let's
better
put
than
it there.
Worse than Iron Man, the original?
No, I like Iron Man better
Okay.
than that one.
Cool. All right. So next we have Far From Home, which again, these teasers for these Spider-Man movies are really good. Like I really love that
Yes.
teaser.
And
It's
I
so fun.
also
It tells
hate
you exactly the tone of the movie.
Yes. Do we want to do okay, so for the teaser then do we want to go B or A?
I think it's strong. Let's see if it. Let's put it up there and see. Is it? I think it's better than that because it's a more original idea. I like it better than the Iron Man's. Do we like it?
Uh-huh.
I like it better than Doctor Strange. Is it better than these two?
Civil War and
I
in-
think so.
the Incredible Hulk.
Is it an A
Yeah.
poster?
I don't know. I don't think it's as good as the A, the
Yeah, I
dusting
agree.
A,
But
and
is it an
then
A
the
poster or is it a B poster?
I think it's a B poster.
Okay, so we'll keep it there. And then
The theatrical one is also bad. I also
it's so
don't like
bad.
this one.
The
It's
only
so
thing I'll give it
weird.
is that it does have the iconography of the locations behind it, but it's so
Right.
bad.
It's
But
just
it's
like
better than the
they
Homecoming.
all three of them, all Nick, Peter, and Quentin Beck, they all look so weird. Like they don't look like themselves. Like that doesn't look like Samuel L. Jackson. That doesn't look like Tom Holland. And that doesn't look like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
So it's just poorly designed. It is better than Homecoming. I'll go out on a limb and say that this is a fail of a poster.
I think so too, but is it as big a
Ye-
fail as these other ones?
yes.
Okay. All right. So next,
Straight up, yes.
let's continue with the movies first. Let's do a Black Widow
Okay.
next. I really like this teaser a lot.
Love the teaser.
It's so
Love the
cool.
teaser.
Do we
I'm so
stand
glad
this
we
teaser,
agree.
or is it
Yeah,
not quite
I
there? Is it an
stand it.
A?
No, I
Is
stand it.
it?
I stand it. I stand it. I
Okay, yeah,
do.
because I
You
kind of stand it
don't?
too. It's just so no. I'm just wondering. I think it's so unique. I don't think it's up to the Ant Man level,
No.
but like it's really cool. Like I
Yeah.
love that poster. It's
Right under
clean.
Ant-Man feels right. Yes.
Yeah. And then the actual theatrical, I think it's okay. It's again floating heads, but at least Natasha's front and center. But I don't know.
Right. It
I
does
don't
have
know.
the hourglass design to it a little bit, so it's like in vein of the teaser poster.
Mm, yeah, I'd say this is like a
It's
low
but
C,
you're
high
right.
D though.
I'm feeling D. Do you like this one better or worse than Black Panther floating heads?
I like it better.
Okay.
Do you?
Do you like it better than Yeah, I do. Do you like it better than Captain America: The First Avenger?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. What about, do you like it better than the Thor Ragnarok teaser?
No.
Because I think I like the Black Panther poster better than Civil War. Not Civil War. Winter Soldier.
Black Panther?
Ah, Black Widow.
Widow. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
screwing up all my movie
that's
titles.
where I like it. Do you like it there?
Yes. That's
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that feels right.
So the next movie is Shang-Chi. So let's put that right there. This teaser actually doesn't do much for me. He doesn't look like
Yeah,
he's gonna
honestly,
fight. Yeah, he's just standing there. He looks a little sleepy.
neither of these posters are doing much for me, which is such a shame because this is a great film.
Well, and I feel like
This is a
that's
standout film of Phase 4.
the sentiment of what the movie was. People didn't really, the marketing didn't sell it well. I think
Right.
this teaser, just by nature of how colorful it is probably better than this one. But this one, at least you get
Mhm.
Wenwu back there, and you get the like
Yeah.
beads here, and they're fighting in the middle. But it's hard to
The
tell though.
rings.
It is a little. That's what it is. Did I say? I said bangles. Or
The
did I say
friendship
beads?
bracelets they beaded.
No, I mean I was looking for the word rings. Yes, it's on the poster. But
I
even then, like
understand.
they're fighting here, but you don't even realize they're fighting unless you squint. It's very blue. It's one kind of muted. I don't like either of these
Yeah.
posters, but I kind of like the teaser
I don't
better
like
by
either
nature
of
of
them
it being a
either.
little bit more eye catching. But even then, I don't like either of them.
Yeah.
Do they fail
So
or are
what are
they
you
both
thinking?
D or what?
F, D? I think the main poster might be a fail and the teaser might be a D.
Higher than the rest of these though.
Yes,
And then
for
this
sure.
one, do we like it at the bottom of our D tier here,
Yeah.
or do we like it? Yeah. Or I kind of like it better than the Captain
Or
Marvel and Infinity War ones though.
okay. Okay, I can get behind that.
And I think it's better composed than those two. Or no?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's, I wouldn't put it any higher than this.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Next is Eternals, and I have thoughts on this one.
Okay. I'm so
Because
excited.
I think the teaser, which is the one here on the left, is way better than the one on the right.
Yeah, I agree, Dill. I agree because I love the kind of silhouette look of all of their figures, and I love how they
Mm-hmm.
have the domo above them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love how like chic and like classic and like very like neat it is. I like that it's not trying to do much. And
I
then this
agree.
kind of just like action shot of them walking, which is the theatrical poster, like that doesn't make me excited the way that the teaser poster
I
makes me
agree.
excited,
Yeah, I think
because
this
they
is a
look so
failure of.
mysterious on the horizon there.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
this is a
you think
failure of.
the theatrical one is a fail? Yeah, but I think that it's the best of the fails.
I agree, but I think this one is like BA.
Yeah.
Like I love the
Yeah, I
silhouette.
agree, I
I don't know if I
agree.
would go as high as the Iron Man 3s, but maybe like right there. Or do you like it
Really,
better?
I like it. I'd say I think I like it better than the Iron Man 3s.
I think that's
I
where
think
I'll
that's
go.
good.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. The next
Thank you
movie
for
was No Way
compromising.
Home. No No Way Home. This is the best of the Spider-Man trailers we've seen, but I still don't think or tease
Wait,
posters.
Dill, we forgot our teaser for Doctor Strange. We forgot to re-put that.
Oh, you're right. Where was it?
I think it was in
It was
C somewhere.
right ugh, right there. No, I think it's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's better than
Um
what?
I was gonna say it might be better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, but
Okay. I can get behind
cool.
that.
Um, yeah, like these ones are better than the other Spider-Man theatrical, but
Yes.
it's
I
still
agree. I agree. I agree.
yeah, I like how it's all kind of centralized, but still it is just floating heads again. And I don't love how it just spoils all the villains in it. But again, that was the marketing of the movie, so
Right.
you can't really fault it.
Yes,
Eh,
that was your biggest
I like
complaint
how
about
there's
this movie.
I like how there's electricity from Electro and it becomes the Doctor Strange wheel. That being said, I think Doctor
Mhm.
Strange being on the poster and not Ned is a little weird considering Doctor Strange is an afterthought for the second act. This one's
Right.
okay, but it's still a little murky and muddy at the outside. Like I think these are both okay, but none of them are like wowing me.
blowing you away. I
Mhm.
don't know, Dill. I really like the teaser for No Way Home because it gives you just enough that it's like, oh, those are the Doc Ock tentacles, and it's Tom Holland's Peter Parker. Um, and I will say the theatrical for No Way Home is definitely the best of our Spider-Man posters for sure. I like how they're
Yeah.
all in the center. I like how they still include the tentacles. That you
Mhm.
kind of get like the effect of like New York City being upside down because it's like
Mm.
kind of like a circle, which kind of teases what happens in like the mirror dimension in the movie.
Yeah. I think my
Um,
problem with these posters is that
Go
the
ahead.
first 2 teasers were so fun and, like, comparatively to, like, Spider-Man as being the young kid in the MCU, it felt like that, whereas here it doesn't really necessarily feel like a Spider-Man poster as much as it does an MCU poster, and this one feels
Mm,
more like a Doctor Strange poster than a Spider-Man poster for me personally, but I also
sure.
don't love this
Yeah,
movie as much as everyone else, so I might be
I
tainting
can
a little bit.
I can understand those criticisms. Honestly,
I think
Dill,
they're
I think
both
No Way
average,
Home
though.
is
Like, they're both C or more. I don't think they're D. So I'll put them on C
okay.
for now, but where do you think they both belong higher than C, or is C where we're putting them?
I think that the teaser might belong closer to the top of C, if not B.
So, like, up here? I really don't love the teaser, though. Can we meet in the middle somewhere?
Yeah, sure.
Where do you
Absolutely.
wanna
There feels good. Or do you want to go
above
lower?
Guardians? I still like the Guardians ones better, though.
Okay. Then
How
do you
about
like
that?
it? How about above Infinity War?
That works. And then what about
That's
the
good.
theatrical? I like the theatrical better than the teaser.
You like the okay. So do you want to just put it right above the teaser?
Yeah, does that work?
Yeah, works for
It
me.
actually kinda looks like it's one poster. Cool. Um Actually, you know what? I think because he's all alone
Okay.
here, and the whole movie's like no
Yeah.
way home, he's kind of on his own. I think I like the teaser better.
Okay. Then let's swap them.
But do you like? Yeah, that works for me. Okay.
Okay.
Next up, Multiverse of Madness. I love this teaser.
The teaser.
I think it's so perfectly
Yeah.
encompassing of like the hero and villain arcs while also playing into the multiverse theme without making it too crazy. It feels clean, it feels
Mhm.
slick. I would put this on my wall.
Mhm.
Like I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
the
like this one
main
too. Do you
theatrical, it's the same old, floating heads, bit of a
right.
mess. Yeah.
Right. I do like how Wanda is front and center on the theatrical.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
because sometimes the MCU loves to forget about their female characters. Um, I definitely really like the teaser a lot. Do you want to put that one in like B or A?
I would go as high as A, yeah. I mean, let's look at it. Do you think
Let's
does
let's
that
let's
feel right?
compare and contrast.
Or do we think it's like more like around here?
Yeah, I think it's more around the top of the B tier
Do
for
you think it's
sure.
higher than Far From Home?
No,
Do you think it's higher than
do
Hulk?
you?
I like it more than Hulk.
I like it more than Hulk too.
All right, let's keep it there then. And what about the
Okay.
theatrical? Low C, high D, I'm thinking? Or do you think it's an
Yeah.
F? Because I think
Um.
Wanda makes it better than like these posters. Like I'd put it either right
Mhm.
above or right below Black Widow, maybe.
Below Black Widow. I
All right,
think I
cool.
like Black Widow better.
All right. So next we got Thor: Love and Thunder, and I'll give it credit here. I think the posters are way better than the movie is, and I actually think both of these posters are pretty good. Like I think they're both kind of colorful and rainbow and
Yeah.
glorious. Like it feels
They're
like it
kind of
has a
like
vibe.
retro a little bit.
Yeah, I really like these. Like I do I stand these? I don't stand the theatrical as much because it's like the
Whoa.
floating heads. I
Yeah.
really like this teaser though. I think it's like
I
that's a
like the
solid teaser.
teaser. Do you
Is that
want
an
to put
A
it
or a
up?
B?
Do you want to put it up in the A and B and see how we feel once we see it up there?
Yeah, I definitely like it in A. Like I think it's a strong poster. It's
Okay,
just
do you
so
like it
clean,
better? Yeah. No, it's a great poster.
I think that's where it
It even
belongs,
kind
right?
of looks a little comic booky. Do you like it better or worse than the Endgame A?
I think it's more visually eye-catching, but I think the A holds a
Yeah.
little more weight.
Mm,
I like the comic booky thing you said, though.
yeah.
What do you think?
I don't
I'll
know.
let you
I think
decide.
I like it. I think I like it a little bit better than the A.
You wanna put
Do
it
you like
there?
it better than Homecoming?
I do.
Do
I
you
think
like it
that's where it
better than
belongs.
Guardians
No,
2?
no.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, cool.
So let's find a
And
place
then
for the
and
theatrical one.
theatrical, I think that's one of the better theatrical posters. I would say, like, high C or low B. I have to go with low B because I think it's colorful enough to where it's like I don't know, what do you think here? Like, if we
Wow.
if we put it, like, maybe, like, right there? Or does it go higher than Iron Man? Like, I think it's just so eye-catching.
Uh-huh.
And with the Pegasus, with Valkyrie, does it
I
go
think
above?
that's no, I think that's good.
Okay. It's hard because the movie I don't like, but, I mean, the poster is really good.
Right.
Um,
Which is crazy. Like, people like talk about and critique, excuse me, movie posters so hard, but at the end of the day, like it really doesn't tell. Like it doesn't give you an idea of whether or not the movie is going to be good because some of our
not at
favorite
all, no.
movies have really piss poor posters. Say
Right.
that 5 times fast.
Alright. So, Wakanda Forever, this one doesn't do much for me. I mean, I get it's the whole play of, like, who's gonna fill the suit,
Right,
but,
right. It's kind of
uh
sad if anything. It makes me sad.
yeah. And, this one I like, but it's almost a little I don't know. The symmetry, it's a cool idea. I
I
don't know.
really like the Wakanda Forever theatrical poster.
Okay. You
Um
think it's like a B or an A?
Yeah, I think it's at least B.
Alright. Is it higher than the other ones here, though? I just think it's not as colorful, though.
It's
Like, it's
not,
it's
but
almost a little drab.
okay, so we can keep it at the end of B then.
Yeah, because I would've gone C for that.
I
This
don't
one,
know. I
though,
feel like it is the same color schemes going on in the Iron Man 3 poster.
no, you're
You know what
right.
I mean?
I still think Iron Man 3, the yellow pops more, but you wanna put them side by side like that? Or do you wanna put it above? That's fine.
Yeah.
But I like the
Yeah,
teaser
I
better
like it
than that,
there.
though. I wanna put the teaser there.
Okay, fine. That
I
feels
like
good.
that. Cool. And then
Okay.
this one, yeah, it's
And then the
just kinda sad.
teaser,
I get it, like, how do you tease the Chadwick movie, you know?
right. Do you want to put this in like well, let's remove all of that and let's just decide whether or not we think that this is a good poster.
No, it's not.
Okay. So D, where are we?
I
F? Are we in
that's D.
okay, do you want to put it at the top of D where it is?
For the respective Chadwick, I might, yeah.
I think, yeah, and I do think I like it better than everything that's in this bunch.
Okay.
So that
Quantumania.
feels good.
This is very tough because look who's front and center, but at the same time, it's such a cool poster. It's
That
tough.
is a really cool poster. Um, I'm thinking like B for that teaser poster.
Yeah, the problem is
And
it's
the
like
theatrical one
Jonathan
is
Majors,
very
but
bad.
yeah, we'll talk about the theatrical in a
Yeah.
sec. Yeah, but I think it's a cool play on the original Ant Man poster because it's like you still get the tiny two, but then it's in the palm
Mhm.
of Kang. I really like that. But does that
Right.
beat the fun of Far From Home, the mysteriousness of multiverse, or the kind of dichotomy of Hulk? What do you think? Where does it go here? I think it's definitely
I
higher than Civil War.
honestly, oh, really? I was going to put it uh after Civil War. I was going to go in between Civil War and Doctor Strange.
I think it's a little more eye catching than Civil War though, but I'll agree with that.
Okay.
That's fine.
We can
I'm
we
fine with
can
that.
move it. Okay.
Yeah, let's keep it below Civil War for now, and we can always iron it out later. All right.
Okay.
And you don't like this poster either, because I think it's
No.
pretty messy.
No, it's
Yeah.
messy. There's nothing to it. The floating heads aren't even together in a good way. They're just literally in different parts of the poster. I
Are we thinking
don't
like
like the
there?
colors.
Or is it better
I
than
think it's
Ant-Man?
I think it's worse than Far From Home.
Really? Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
That's a bad
Now
poster.
now we look at Guardians. It's actually kind of cool because Guardians and Marvels all kind of have the same color scheme. This cosmic
Yeah,
purple
yeah, yeah.
that we loved so much in the original teaser. I like this a lot too. The silhouettes. It's like
Yeah.
Eternals meets the original Guardians teaser. I don't think it's as strong as
Mhm.
Guardians 2 teaser, but I think it's strong.
Mhm.
What do you think?
I think it's very strong. I think that it's definitely at least B. Do they
All
have
right,
like
so
a kitschy little saying underneath like the other two did?
let me look.
Like you're welcome and obviously. Does that one say anything?
Uh, a James Gunn film in cinema soon. No, it does not.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so we're in B. I definitely like it better than
I'm thinking like here maybe.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
then where do you put the theatrical? Because I like that too. It's almost a little. Some of the poses are weird. Actually, no, I kind of
Some
like.
of the
Like I
poses are
don't
weird.
love.
It's
Mm,
it's tricky because I feel like Dill this poster doesn't reveal anything about the stakes of this movie. And like it's a good poster and I
right, but
like
you don't
how
want
it's
to
like
necessarily. Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
This
I'm not
one has a
saying
quote
like
though.
delete
Once
Rocket
more
from
with
the poster.
right. Once more with feeling is the.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't get the feeling though. You're right. It's just them kind of sitting around
But
lounging
you
out.
don't
But that's I think always been their shtick.
is that they're just kind of like hanging out, they're relaxing.
Hmm
But I feel
I
like
love the
that's not true
colors
though
though.
because I love the colors. The first two though were pretty actiony with the theatrical one, you know? Like they were all kind of
Right.
posing in like a fighting
So,
pose and this one's very very relaxed.
do you like this
But I
better than
do
those
like the
relaxed ones though?
style.
Like
I
putting
like
all
the
three of them together, I
retroness
think
of it.
it's the most eye catching of the three, right?
I feel like that's probably the most appropriate spot for it.
Oh, really? No, I was just saying comparing them. I think it's still
Oh,
higher than these three. No, I would put it.
yeah.
Ah, you're right though. It
I think
doesn't really show a lot of the emotional stakes. I'd keep it there.
no, I think I like no because now I'm looking at what we have in B and I'm like, I think I like it better than like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Do you like it better than Iron Man 3? That action shot? No, because I think Iron Man 3 that shows the stakes of the movie better than Guardians 3 does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's good.
I think
Because it's the
that's
same kind of
good.
eye catching of Thor: Love and Thunder, but it's not
Mhm.
floating heads. So I think it works better there.
Yeah.
So do we want to bump Thor: Love and
Mhm.
Thunder down to C then? Or do you still think it's a B?
No, I'm still good with that being
Okay,
in
cool.
B.
Cool. All right. Last but not least for the movies, we've got the Marvels. Love this teaser.
Love the teaser.
Think this is fine. I like this because it's floating heads, but it
Okay.
still feels a little bit more vintage. It's drawn, not
My
photographed, which is cool.
biggest issue with this poster deal, the theatrical poster, is that why is Nick Fury front and center when he does jack shit in this movie?
You're
He
right.
was, as we agreed, the most the chuffa-iest character, the most
Hmm
unnecessary character
Yeah, but I
in
love the colors
the
going on though
movie.
in it. Yeah, it
I
feels like the
really like the
Guardians three
design.
one.
I feel like the design of the poster, they should have just eliminated the bottom half, which is Nick Fury standing with all the flirkins, and the whole poster should have just been the three pieces, like, you know, split into three triangles of uh Kamala, Carol, and
Monica.
Monica.
Wow,
Their names finally
I just
came to
beat her
me.
in the trivia match. Okay,
Stop it.
do we agree though that this first teaser is really cool though, right?
Yes, that's really cool. That's definitely A or B to me.
Okay, I think it's an A poster. Like I just think it's solid. It's clean.
Okay,
It gives you
great.
exactly the gist of the movie, but I don't think it's better than the others.
Yes.
Okay. And then do you want the other one to go on like C or D because it has Nick Fury?
Uh,
I don't think it's on the
I
same
think it's
tier as these ones though. I think it's C at least.
okay.
And I think it's better. Wait, what are you gonna say? Do you think it's better than Captain Marvel, the original?
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than the A?
No, I don't think it's better than the A.
Do you think it's better than Endgame?
No,
Do you think it's better
I
than
think right
Thor?
there.
Okay, right there.
Yes.
Great. Right there. Perfect. All right. Next, we're getting into our TV now. Let's actually go back to the specials first. Werewolf by Night. Do you
Okay.
like this poster?
Yeah, I do.
I do too. I wish it didn't
Okay.
have that box though.
Okay.
The box,
Well,
I
I
don't
think
I
they
don't
were
get it.
trying to create a retro-y kind of vibe.
Mm, yeah, but I feel like they could have done a lot more with this. I don't know.
Okay, so where are you leaning? Like average, below average,
Like bottom
a little
C
bit
tier.
above average?
Like
Bottom C?
yeah, like average, but not as strong as okay, maybe it's like stronger than
I think it's better than the Marvels.
okay, do you think it's better than Endgame? I don't think so.
Yes.
You
Okay.
do, okay.
Then we can keep it there.
Are you sure? Where do you think it should go?
Yes. No, no, no. I think that it's perfect right where it is.
All right, and then what about the holiday special? That's the other special we got.
The holiday
I love
special
I love it.
is very funny. Um
Yeah, I think it's perfect. I don't stan it,
okay.
but and I don't think it's
Okay.
on the level of the A's
A?
we got, but I think it's high B maybe or low
Okay.
A.
B? Okay, then let's go B.
Let's see what it looks like in B. Do we like it more or less than like Quantum Mania, more or less than the other Guardians? It's not as colorful though. Like it is there's a lot of color
It's
in the
not as
title.
colorful. It's a little lackluster now that we're comparing all of them. But there's
Right.
not a lot of color in the Incredible Hulk
What
or
about like right there?
yeah.
Does that work? Okay.
Yeah, that feels good.
Cool. All right. Now let's get to our series. WandaVision. This is the official poster for WandaVision. I wish it was more. It feels like it's a lot of hex, not enough TV. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
I see the TV stuff in the middle, and then all this is the hex. I would have rather it the other way around, where maybe it's like all
I
TV and the hex is
understand.
breaking through in the middle. Because I think the best part of it
Right.
is the retroness, and I also don't like the fact that they're all looking around different directions again. Like I think
Mhm.
this is like maybe a high D, low C.
Yeah, I agree.
So where do you think? Let's put it high D. Eh. Do we like it as much as the other ones on C? Is it an average poster or is it below average?
I'm trying to decide. I'm looking at everything that it's around. Honestly, I think it's
No!
I
I did it
I
again.
think it might be a little bit below average.
I did it again, Kels. You just gotta
Okay, so
imagine the
why don't
teasers are in there.
okay, that's fine because we did all the movies. So
We did all the
we
yeah, so
still
let's just
have
finish the TV. Ugh, I'm so mad at myself. So where do you want it to go? Sorry.
I think it's a little below average.
All right, so D, top of D,
Yeah.
or is it below? Is this a better Wanda? Which one's a better Wanda one?
That's a great question. I think that I think that I think that multiverse is the better Wanda.
All right, so we'll keep Wanda there.
So we'll
Falcon
keep
Winter
it there.
Soldier. Eh,
I, I think it's cool. It's not anything to write home about. I like how Sam and Bucky are kind of back to back. I like that we have Cap Star. Who's in the middle of Cap Star?
that's John Walker.
Oh, John Walker. Jeez, let's jump in, tickle and jump in.
Um,
I kind
do
of
you?
lose Sharon at the bottom there and whoever she's standing with.
Yeah, I,
Maybe Carl. Is
I
that
think
Carly Morgenthau?
yeah, she's right over here. I this is Zemo. I kind of like it a little less than
Mm.
Black Widow, like kind of right there.
Okay, yeah, I
Cool.
like
All
that.
right. Cool.
That's a good choice.
Loki. I love the Loki poster.
Loki posters, very good, very
I like the
solid.
timekeepers kind of in shadows at the top there. I don't love how it's Loki twice here though. Like the other, I get there's a lot of variants, but no Sylvie on the poster. I get they didn't want to spoil her. Miss Minutes should be
Mm.
front and center. I think this is like a low C or
It should just be Miss Minutes in your eyes.
where do you think this goes? C, high C, low C? I think it's around like Ragnarok maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah.
feels right.
Okay.
Right between Ragnarok and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
What If is so tough. Where do you think What If should go?
I don't know. I kind of like What If. I like how it's kind of like has a 3D effect where you're like looking through this tunnel of like the different characters kind of popping out. I think that it's a really interesting way to include a lot of different characters because it's not just a bunch of floating heads, which is I always appreciate in every context.
Right. So like high C, low B.
It's got some great color to it.
Do we like it in low B there, or do you think it's a
Yeah,
C?
I think I do like it in low B actually.
Cool. All right. Moving on to Hawkeye. Hawkeye. I love this purple. It just pops like no other.
I like the
I like how it's a
purple. I think that
target.
it might be a little too much purple. Oh, I just realized as you said that it is a target.
I like the way it
Um
pops, and I still like the Christmas lights to add a little extra color. I actually really like this poster. I think it's
you're
like a,
right.
but again, like it's still average. I think a lot of these TV
Do
posters
you
are like right in the C, like average.
Okay. Do you like this one better or worse than the one we just ranked? What if? I definitely don't like it as much as I like the What If poster.
No, I think it's definitely C, not B.
Okay.
Is it? I think it's stronger than No Way Home, but not as strong as the Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah.
That feels good.
All right, and then Moon Knight. I don't love this one, surprisingly.
You don't like it.
I think it's just
Um
I like how it's all
I
gray, but
don't
at the
know
same
why
time,
it's
it makes it hard to distinguish everything.
I was just going to say I don't know why it's black and white. It makes
Because
more sense to No, explain it to me, Dale. I don't
no,
know.
because that's the suit colors. I think they're trying to go for that idea, like
Mm,
the kind of
but
mummified.
but but at no point in the show is it actually ever black and white. Like
Right.
if you
Yeah,
like
I
a
think this
black
is
and
a
white
weak
poster
poster.
for Werewolf by Night
Yeah,
would
I
have
think this is like
been
a D poster. Like I'd probably
because
put it
it's
above.
kind of
I'd probably put it like right there.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's fly through these
Okay.
last ones. Miss Marvel. How fun is that?
Very fun. Lots of great
A little
colors going
busy, but
on.
fun. Yeah.
A little busy,
A little weird
but
in who they decided to make bigger than others. Like the brother's very big, but the parents are small, and then like her friend is
right.
bigger than Bruno. Like that feels a little inconsistent to me.
Yeah,
Kamran's just in
for
the back
sure.
over there. Like I think it's okay.
Do
I
you
think
like
it's like a low B, high C.
Okay. Wow,
What do you think?
I don't know.
Are you
I
gonna go
think it's
higher?
definitely C. I don't know if I like this one. Where did we put Loki? Because I definitely don't like it better than the Loki one.
Loki, we put in the middle of C here. Do we like it? I like it right there. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, two more. She-Hulk. I really like
She-Hulk.
this one. It's like a
Yeah,
classic
I think
sitcom.
that it's yes, classic sitcom. We get the duality between Jennifer Walters and She-Hulk. It's got the great Hulk green. You see
Mhm.
where does she live? She lives in LA, right? You see
It's New
LA in
York,
the
right?
background. I don't think it
Oh,
takes
I don't
place in New
remember.
York. I think it
I
takes
don't
place in
remember.
California. Because Matt Murdock goes there on like some
Right,
special
right, right.
assignment.
Yeah. Either way,
Anyway,
I think this is really solid.
okay. So do we like this one better or worse than Loki? That's kind of like my
Oh, I thought it was above average poster. I would put it in like the B tier
Oh,
just because it's so
okay.
unique. But I'm willing to hear it out
Yeah.
if you like right
No,
there.
I like it. I like it. I like it exactly where it
All right.
is.
Now, last but not least, Secret Invasion.
Secret
We don't like
Invasion.
the show. The poster's better than the show. It's a little weird with all the little lines. I like how there's the scroll shadow behind him. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, that is cool. I
What do you
mean,
think about this one?
I think it's a cool poster and even though it's black and white like Moon Knight is, I think it's a little bit more defined. There's better contrast in the black and white, so you can kind of see the definition between, the different characters. And I like how the only word that's in color is invasion is the green.
Well,
So,
Secret is also in like a light green, I think, but it's hard to make out.
well,
But yeah,
I can't tell from here.
yeah. But the title,
Um,
yeah. So you think this is
I
also
think
like
this
a
is a
C?
solid, like, average poster.
Okay, so like smack dab in the middle of
Like,
C, like
it
right
doesn't make me too
there.
excited, but, like, I am intrigued.
Do you like it better than Werewolf by Night and Avengers Endgame?
No,
Do you
I
like it
like
better than
those
the
2 better.
Marvels?
I would put it above the Marvels and leave it
Okay.
there.
So I did get the other posters back, and I'm gonna try not to exit out of this. I'm gonna try to really quickly remember where we had everything. So this
Okay.
was just so we can get one last picture of it all. Ant-Man was up there. There were only
Oh,
two
yeah, because
posters we stand, right?
there's only 2 posters we stand, and all of our A posters were
We're
also
teasers.
teaser
So
posters.
then we also had
So,
what was in our A? We had Guardians 2 in our A, right?
Gu Guardians
I'm
2,
sorry we had to redo
Homecoming.
this again. Yeah, Homecoming and Thor:
It's
Love and
okay,
Thunder was
Jill.
up there, right?
We all
This is
make
just a good recap.
mistakes.
It wasn't even a
Um,
mistake. It's the stupid app.
Thor: Love and Thunder was in oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now I
And then
remember.
it was also
The
this
Disintegrating
one.
A.
This one was up there, and the A was above that, right? Yeah. Wait, where's the disintegrating A? Wait, I don't want to. Oh,
It's
wait,
next
wait,
to
wait.
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Hold on. I don't want to accidentally back arrow this, so I'm just gonna. There we go.
If you do it again, I'm just gonna leave the stream.
Was it
I'm
there?
actually gonna quit the podcast if you mess this up again.
Was it there, or was it,
Yeah,
or was this
that
here?
feels no, no, no. We didn't put that above Homecoming.
Okay.
That feels
And
right.
then this was definitely a B or
Yes,
an
I
A.
think that was our
Yeah, yeah,
top
B.
B.
Top B, and then there was also. Did we have what else did we have at B?
I
I think we had
think
Iron Man 3 was at B because it was
Iron Man
above
3 was a
the
B.
other.
The
It was
teaser
below
for
the yeah.
Eternals was a B.
That's right.
Ant-Man and the Wasp was a B.
Yeah, hold on. This was I think right here, right? Yeah. Where was the holiday special?
I
Above or below these three?
I thought the I thought that was closer to the
Let's see what else. Quantumania was a B. And I think it was like
yeah.
right there.
Spider-Man No Way Home was a B
Was it?
with the
I thought they were
tentacles.
both C.
Or no, it was
Because they were back to
right
back,
next
right?
to the yeah, 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 yeah.
And then
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was an
yeah, yeah,
A.
yeah.
This was a B or an A.
That was a
Yeah,
B.
that was a B. You're right, because that was right there.
That was a
There was
B.
another B
Yes.
though. Where was the other B?
Guardians 3.
This one? Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the other B.
that was in B.
And that was like up here, right? Or was it more like
I
down
think it was
there?
I think it was next to like Doctor Strange, I think.
Yeah, that's where it was. I don't know.
I
People are
think
going to be able to just rewind it.
Eternals was closer to Doctor Strange too. I think we had that one farther up. Yeah, like there.
Okay. And we'll be able to
'Cause
edit it at the
Eternals
very
is
end. I just
good.
want to plug this in. So these were our C's. This was at the top of our C, followed by
Okay.
Thor, correct?
Yeah.
There was other stuff at the top of C too. What was else was at the top of C?
The shield.
The
Cap
shield
shield.
was, but that was I feel like after these, right?
Yeah, and then his
And
face, Iron Man's face was after that.
Black Panther was at the
Do-
top of that's what was up here. Yep. That's what
yes,
that was.
yes, yes.
This was
Where
also
did
in C, right?
Yeah.
This was like right there. And then
Yeah.
this was an F, right?
Yes. I think it was
And then
yeah.
that was there.
Yeah.
Dark World was like lower. I think Dark World was right there.
This is
A
like one
was
of those match. Oh,
Oh, the original
yeah.
A was like here.
Was in the middle. Yeah,
This was
yeah.
This was the top of D. This was the bottom of D.
Yeah.
This was also in C around here. I think it was below. I think it was there. If I
Yeah.
recall. This was top of D, right? Yeah.
This is like one of those matching
Where was
games where
Shang-Chi?
you like in D, definitely.
I think it was
I think
probably
at the
like around
bottom of
here.
D.
Right, and it was above Black Panther. That's right. And then Iron Man 2
Yeah.
was D, but we had it a little higher. I think it was like right around here. But I think
Yeah.
it's in below WandaVision probably. And then last but not
Yeah.
least, this was the top of D.
That was the
All
top
right.
of D.
Let's go through each tier first. Let's start at the bottom here. F. Is there anything we want to rearrange here in F?
No. That
No, we're happy
feels
with that.
like a good F
All
tier.
right. What about D? Anything that feels like it should be higher or lower?
No, that feels good too.
Okay. And what about C? This is our most jam-packed tier. These are all the average posters. Is there anything that should be higher or lower?
I'm looking.
Did we want to put Loki or Miss Marvel any higher?
No, I think they're good where they are.
All right, everything looks good there.
No,
then.
honestly, like I said, Dill, I think we nailed it.
What about B? We kind of rearranged B a little bit, like the Iron Mans and stuff. I still think Iron Man
Yeah.
3 is stronger than Wakanda Forever, but you liked Wakanda Forever a lot. I think we put
You
the
can
holiday
put Iron
special
Man
below
3.
those, though. What about like that?
Yeah, that feels good. Yeah, B looks good to me.
And then the A's in the stands. What do you think?
That's our two stan, the two movie posters that we stan the most.
Do we want to bump Guardians 2 up?
Yeah. I can get behind standing Guardians whoa, what did I just say? Guardians Volume 2.
And then how do you feel about putting
It's just
the A at the top of the A tier like that?
I think I would feel good. I think that's a good choice.
All right. So there you
Ant-Man,
have it, everyone.
Black Widow, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. If you were just to tell me if you were to go back to an hour and 37 minutes ago me and say, "Oh, and at the end of all this, the three movies you're going to stand the most are Ant-Man, Black
Posters,
Widow,
but
and
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2." I'd have been like, "Huh, interesting."
Yeah.
But I think our choices are very correct.
So here are the top 10 posters we had. At number 10, we had the Incredible Hulk theatrical poster. At number 9, we have the Multiverse of Madness teaser. At number 8, we have the Far From Home teaser. At number 7, we have the Marvels teaser. At 6, we have the Thor: Love and Thunder teaser. At 5, we have the Homecoming teaser. At 4, we have the Avengers Endgame teaser. At 3, we have the Volume 2 Guardians teaser. At 2, we have the Black Widow teaser. And at 1, we have the Ant-Man teaser. There's only one theatrical poster in our top 10, and it is the Incredible Hulk. How do you feel about that?
That's crazy, Dill. So basically, what our big takeaway here is that the teaser posters are better than the theatrical posters. And also, we are two of our top 10 posters are Spider-Man posters, but they're not, they're teaser posters. And then our worst, our two of our posters in the bottom are the theatrical posters for Spider-Man. So like what's going on there? Like what's the disconnect between what they do for the teaser and then what they ultimately land on for the theatrical poster is
but
like beyond me.
I'm downloading the image now so we don't lose it, just because that took so many rewrites and stuff. But there we go. The image is downloaded, so we'll be able to look at it forever now and post it on our Facebook and see what people think. But wow, that is cool. That's our tier list, guys. Hold on, let me go back one more time just so it's all displayed there for you. There it is. How beautiful. Any last thoughts on these posters, Kels? Just the general gist is that the teasers are better. That's how it is.
The teasers are better, and you can't judge a book by its cover because some of these movies posters are very good and the movies are not so much so, and vice versa. So
Yeah.
I think that's the big lesson today.
According to this, the best Marvel movie is The Incredible Hulk. So just by theatrical, which is crazy. No, even
Yeah.
Ant-Man. I'm not a big Ant-Man fan, but that poster is amazing. So there you have it.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be back probably with more trivia in case something gets delayed or anything. We'll be able to come up with an episode for you guys. And then we'll have one more video, and then we'll be on our holiday break, but we got to figure it out on our own time. Kels, anything else today before we go?
Nothing else. Just I'm excited for the holidays. I'm listening to my Christmas music, and I'm having a good time.
There
And you
go.
can follow me if you'd like on Instagram at Kelsey A. Kilpatrick, or you can follow me on TikTok at Kelsey A. Kilp.
There you go. You can follow me at all these places down below. Dylan_Randazzo, Twitter, Dylan Randazzo417 at TikTok, and the Dill Pickle Movie Network on YouTube. That's all we got for you today. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see ya. Where's the outro? Next time.